Welcome back, learners. So we were discussing about the availability of what are the different tables that you are going to get it. Okay, so in the show tables options once the analysis is done. So we have completely seen about what are the tables available in the model. So now let us go to the tables that you are going to get it in analysis. Now when it comes to the analysis, so the first option that you can going to get is options. So in that options, the first that you are going to get is the degrees of freedom. Then the P delta option, mass source and sapphire option. So if you click on this, so out of that the two informations will not be available to us. Okay, so when it comes to the active degrees of freedom, this table will make you sure that since you are doing a 3D structure, okay, since you are doing a 3D structure, okay, since you are doing a 3D structure, so your all the three transitions as well as all your three rotations has been selected. That is what the meaning of this active degrees of freedom. When it comes to the mass source, so what are the mass source that is included? So includes elements, include added mass, includes loads is not included, lateral load is included, vertical is not included, lump at the stories. So these are the things included in the mass. Then P delta option, I already told P delta, it is a separate analysis, what you call it as pushover analysis, that we are not doing here, therefore it will not come. As well as the sapphire option also, it will not come. So these are the things that you can get it from the options, that is what you call it as options. The next one that you have is the response spectrum function. Definitely this response spectrum function also will not be able to find it right now, because you know this response spectrum function will be completely dealing that when you are doing the response history analysis. So we are not doing any response history analysis, so therefore we will not get this. Similarly, the next one is time history functions. So here we are also not dealing with any time history analysis. So these two options, two analysis, whatever we are doing, so they are completely of the dynamic analysis where we are not considering now. So therefore those two options will not come, that is response and time history. Then the next one you have is the load cases. So what are the different load cases that you have? Here we don't have any load cases, we have only the two types of load patterns, that is the dead and live. So this load cases will come into picture when you are doing the dynamic analysis. Okay, in the define option I have told there is a load case, there you are supposed to define this response spectrum as well as the time history. So such time only these load cases will come into picture. So when we do the dynamic analysis we will be explaining this. Then load combinations also we have not done because we have taken only dead and live. So we can have a load combination of 1.5 dead and 1.5 live. Since it is a basic project we have not taken, so definitely we will do that load combination when we take up the next project. Okay, so we can give, and the more combinations will come into picture when you take the lateral loads, that is earthquake and wind. Okay, so you have the combination of dead live, you have the combination of dead live and wind, you have the combination of dead live and earthquake. You will not have the combination of wind and earthquake, because as per the IS code it is an assumption that for a structure both the effect of wind and earthquake will not come at a time. So therefore you have combination of dead and live. Okay, you have a combination of dead and live. Okay, you have a combination of dead and live. Then you have a combination of dead, live, wind, and you have a combination of dead, live and earthquake. Okay, so these are the things which is available in the this one, that is the load combinations. Then the last one that you can have is the displacements. So when it comes to the displacements, you can see that these are the options available. The first one will be the displacements. So when you click on the displacements, all the information about the displacement with respect to the joint displacement, that is individual movement of the joints, is available with respect to all three translations as well as rotations. The next one you have is the joint drift. Joint drift means it is a relative movement. Displacement will give you individual moment. Drift means it will give you the relative moment with respect to the another joint that is available. Then the diaphragm center of mass displacement, at what direction it is moved in x, it is moved in y, it is moved in z, also it is rotated in x, y and z direction. The diaphragm displacement values. Then the diaphragm maximum or average drift, again with respect to one story to another story, when you got the relative values, that is drift, that also will get. Then the story data, then the story maximum or average displacements, each story's maximum or average displacement you will get, as well as the relative displacement, that is from one story to another story also you will get. All these things you will get it in the displacements. Then reactions, you know, base reactions at the bottom you are going to get. Then joint reactions, that is each and every joint reaction, as well as the design reactions. All these three informations you will get it in the reactions. Okay, so the next you have is the model results. All the informations with respect to the models will be available in the model results. Okay, the next you have is the structure results. When it comes to structure results, there you will get the center of mass and rigidity, then the story forces. Okay, story forces means the forces in the beams, the story forces, then the story stiffness. Okay, so and the tribute area and LLRF, those informations you will get it in the story results. The next you have is the frame results. When it comes to frame results, there you will get the forces which is going to be present in the columns, the forces which is going to present in the beams, as well as the forces going to be present in the joints. All these informations will be available in the frame results. Then similarly you have the shell results, the forces available in the shell, the stresses available in the shell, and the stresses or the forces available in the joints of the shells. Everything will be available in the shell results. Okay, then finally energy, virtual work, those results will be available here. This is all the informations that you can get it in the results analysis. Okay, that is all about this. Okay, yes. So I already told, along with getting in the form of tables, you have another option, what you call it as the story response plots. If you click on the story response plots, then whatever the options you are available here, everything you will get it in terms of graph. Okay, you can see that it is a maximum story displacement. Okay, it is a maximum story displacement. You can see that the display, you can make it for all the stories. Okay, or you can make it one particular story. Okay, you can make like from bottom story base it has started to the top story 2. Okay, base story 3, story 1, story 2, you can see the displacements along x will be given in the blue color, the displacement along y will be given in the red color. You can see the more displacement can be seen in the blue color. Okay, so that is about the, this is display for, then the display color. Okay, then you can see, so you can change your display type, it is maximum story displacement. So from there you can go to the maximum story drift. You can see that this is how the story drift is. Okay, so then, and for what, whether you want the case or combo, whether you want it for the model or you want it for the dead, or you want it for the live, or you want it for the combination of 1.5 dead or live. You can see for 1.5 dead and live, this is the values that you get it, maximum story drift. Similarly for 1.5 dead and live, this is the value that you are going to get for the story displacement. Okay, this is the value that you are going to get for the diaphragm displacement. Then this is the value that you are going to get for the diaphragm center of mass displacement. Then this is the value that you are going to get for the stiffness. Okay, then this is the value that you are going to get for the story shear. Like this, everything in terms of the graph can be obtained. Okay, so that is all about the one that you are going to get it about the results. So now we have completed the majority of the things. So in the next video, so we are going to start the design of the beams. Okay, thank you learners, thank you.